What's up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, I got some bad news. Like, my camera system decided not to work, but at least y'all can hear me. Just making sure. Oh, yeah, you can. All right, we're just gonna wait for either college football or soccer people getting here. It depends. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Jack? How you doing, man? Oh my goodness, we got a lot to talk about today. It's been a while, my friends, since we've last been. What the fuck? What the? And I might do some call-in shows today. I don't know. It depends. Might take some callers today. You know what I'm saying? But that's if anybody wants to join. As for right now, we're gonna talk about just all things sports real quick. It's basically a live version of a podcast. We're just doing it live, just because I don't know. I haven't done a call-in show in a while. Obviously, soccer fan, NFL fan, college football fan, all of the above. But I'm gonna start off with, with the real football, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry if I offended my football audience, American football audience, because some shit just happened recently. The European draws, the Euro draws, and the Copa America draws happened recently. What's up, Floby? How you doing, man? One of the college football members here. Um, but yeah, so we had two draws recently in the world of soccer or football, and some very interesting shit happened at the Euro draw, my friends. The moaning clip, that moaning sound that you hear on on meme videos, that meme where it's just a loud obnoxious moan, was played over the loudspeakers of the Euro draw live, streaming to thousands of people. Um and it was just weird because it was like some British guy. So the full story is, right, was some British guy. So I'm just making sure I get the facts here straight. I'm doing my research for anybody who before anybody um I can't exactly find it here, but of course, so basically, a British man, mid-aged British man, came on to went on and hacked the studio or whatever, hacked the speakers of the Eurodraw, and decided to, oh my goodness, and decided to just play the moaning sound over the loudspeakers. Yes, here it is. I found it. It comes in the form of a YouTube short. However, I will show you all just in case you haven't seen it. It's also why I'm doing just a live version of a podcast. So here it is. Hopefully the volume is turned on. Yeah, it should be all right.
In the last
A4.
Euro, A4 is the position of Switzerland. There is
So as you can see, as they were begin as they pulled out Switzerland's name, the moaning sounds started getting crazy, and the Swiss manager, as you could see in that video just now, did not know what was going on, and he was very, very, very flabbergasted, very confused on the situation. They were all confused. Everybody, people were holding back their laughter. People were just trying to find out what was going on, but eventually they found out who it was. It was some British guy. I don't know his name. I don't have the facts pulled up in front of me right now, but I do know that it was a man of English descent, and he did, or of English. What the fuck is it called? Anyway, he was English, and he acted. So that was a big one, and of course we had the Copa America draw as well. And I want to talk about this real quick. So we have the groups, right? We got the USA was put in. I don't have it pulled up right here. I don't have it pulled up. So off the top of my head, we have Uruguay, Bolivia, and Panama, and that's in Group C. As for the other groups, while I look these up here, Group A consists of Argentina, Peru, and I forgot who else is in that one. Okay, so here it is. So in Group A, you have Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Trinidad and Tobago, or Canada, the winner of that playoff game. Floby already knows. Floby knows who's gonna win this. Yeah, you know what, guys? Let's just trigger. Throughout the segment, Floby's ended it for us. Argentina's winning the Copa America. Messi will be the GOAT. It will be certified as the GOAT even further. Let's just move on here. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. But if we look at the groups right here again, real quick, just go ahead and open that up just open up on the screen for y'all to see. So here we go. So Group A: Argentina, Peru, Chile, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago. That game will happen, I believe, sometime in March, and it will. Argentina are going to get smacked by some angry Americans. Hey man, we'll get to that in a second. But so in terms of my prediction for the group stage, because I don't want to get through the whole. I don't even want to make predictions for the knockout stage yet, because I believe that it is way too early for that. However, for the group stage, going one by one, starting with Group A, I believe Argentina has a very, very clear. It is very clear that Argentina will top this group. I mean, they're opening up with the winner of the CONCACAF playoff game, and I think Canada is a mess right now. Their defense is non-existent. Alfonso Davies can't carry a country by himself. Trinidad and Tobago is Trinidad and Tobago. They're not in the Port of Spain or in Cuba, so they will probably get annihilated. So either one, Argentina's winning their opening match, unless one of those two can pull off a Saudi Arabia and beat Argentina. But I highly doubt it, and I believe Argentina will take care of business against Chile and Peru. And I think they'll probably get 9 points out of this, to be honest. As for the runner-up, it's open season. For runner-up, I think Canada, if they're able to beat Trinidad, and I think they... Here's the thing about Canada, guys. They're built like an MLS team. And if you don't understand what that means, I mean, they have very, very good offensive players. Very good. They have a world-class Alfonso Davies. And they have guys like Jonathan David, Stachio in the midfield, Kyle Larin, Buchanan, who's been linked to Manchester City, by the way. But yeah. So, but then you have the defense, which I'm not even gonna get into that because that's just ridiculous, man. If the Canadian national team has no center backs to speak of, maybe one good right back in Johnson, but that's about it. So I think Argentina. I think for the second who gets behind Argentina, I think the team will probably be Peru or Chile. And in terms of between those two, I think Peru has a slight edge. Chile's not the same team anymore. Now, go ahead and prove me wrong, but I do believe Peru will get in second behind Argentina, in my personal opinion. If y'all disagree with me, go ahead and tell me why I'm wrong on Group A. Jack Floby, I don't know. You're going to talk about football. No, I'm not at Macwell's level yet at all, dude. I'm actually not. But I do know that, like, the basics. You know what I'm saying? Floby, like, I could definitely, like, probably name players that the average American couldn't. But no, Maxwell has a lot more subscribers than me. He's a lot bigger than me. He's more knowledgeable than me in a lot of areas. But yeah, that's Group A. Argentina and Peru, I think, go through. And yeah, you'll get me there. You'll get me there, man. I'm a little rusty on the knowledge as well because of college football season taking up 3.5, 4 months of my time. But okay, so going into Group B, the group of death, the real group of death, not the goddamn stupid ass Give and Go podcast. To which, by the way, we're gonna rival Give and Go podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe, everybody, if you're new to the channel, so we can pass Give and Go and let them know who the real alpha podcast of soccer is, because these guys really just called our group, the Group C, the group of death. And if you want to talk about ball knowledge, that is absolutely blasphemy. And I believe this right here, the Group B, is the group of death in this Copa America. So we go ahead with predictions here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and say straight up, this is open season. Obviously, it's the group of death, open season. And my friend ATL guy in the chat said it right for me. He said it for me. He is speaking facts. I have Ecuador and the Ecuadorians going up and topping the Group B, ladies and gentlemen. How they do it, I don't know, but I do know for a fact that Ecuador will top the Group somehow, as I believe they have the best lineup, the best coaching, excuse me, the best manager, the best tactics, the best players, um, just overall team wise from top to bottom have just the better players, and I think they topped the group, man. I mean, they just play the better football. And Venezuela and Jamaica are next up for me. Yeah. So go to second because I think so. In terms of second, I understand like no shit, it's obvious open season again, but if you look at the CONCACAF teams, Mexico and Jamaica, right? So for Mexico, you have a team that has been struggling a lot. That nation, as you all know, even if you're a casual, you guys know Mexico has owned the U.S. for the most of the better part of the 2010s. And except for a few occasions here and there, of course, now we're in the 2020s, and Mexico is nowhere to be found. They keep losing to the U.S. They lost to Canada. They can't beat Canada, actually. They haven't been able to beat Canada for a while now. And to be honest with you, you have I understand Lozano, Jimenez, who I'm not gonna name these guys' names, but you have good players like on all sides of the ball. They just but you also have mediocrity on this squad. The squad has mediocrity and Liga MX players. These guys uh who play in Liga MX, which Liga MX is a good league. Don't get me wrong, but you can't be world beaters and you can't go above and overachieve like you used to. Well, you didn't really overachieve, but they actually underachieved in past generations. But you can't even have the chance to underachieve because you don't have the talent on your squad. You don't have the footballers this generation to be able to do that. And so I think due to that, due to the lack of Mexico, like the lack of talent this generation has, and of course that sounds harsh. What I mean by that is the lack of talent this Mexican team has compared to the previous generations that they have had, which they've had some really, really good play. I don't have to go into it. You guys know this. People, soccer fans know who they used to have. I mean, they beat Germany. They beat at the time, obviously Germany were the defending world champions. They went crazy, and of course they should have gone. Some people argue they should have gone to the quarterfinal in the 2014 World Cup. Obviously, you know that the Dutch got a penalty that some people to this day still have not forgiven FIFA for forgiving, and they used. No, Diego Linus is not going to save them, man. Javier Hernandez Chicharito used to be with them. Of course, Guardado, Herrera, just to name a few. Vela, Carlos Vela, and all those other guys, man. And then you just don't have that. And when you look at Jamaica, if Jamaica shows up at the best possible Jamaica that you can have, then I believe truly then Jamaica could go second. I could see Jamaica going second and making it out of this group over Mexico, over Venezuela. Now, of course, with Venezuela, they're incumbable qualifiers. They've done very, very well. Very, very well. No, they don't want to talk about those with Zero Floby. We own their ass. We own Teresa Zero is actually where they should be. They don't want to talk about now because we beat them 3-0 in Nations League. But anyway, man, it's between Venezuela, Jamaica for me. I think Mexico's doesn't have the players to do this. I think they might try and do something like they did in the World Cup, where they make it close. But much like how Poland was able to get second over them, I think it'll be a very similar situation here, where I think Venezuela is the Poland in this scenario. I think Venezuela gets second, and I think the both CONCACAF teams will be grouped as I don't even like I said though with Jamaica. If we get the right Jamaica, they make it out the group. But if we get the Jamaica that's sorry, that doesn't know how to, that sometimes doesn't even look like a professional squad, then hey, they'll get last. So I have Group B, Ecuador and Venezuela getting through. Group C, which let me read some comments before I get there. Jamaica are either lazy or just completely out of this world. Yeah, they really don't have any consistency, man. Next up for you. Okay, they used to have Linus. Mexico fans don't want to talk about this here. Still haunts. Yeah, it does. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, dear Lord, those were the same guys who said Greg was a good court. Yeah, man, it was terrible. That was These guys don't have any credibility whatsoever. All right, Group C. The group of death, apparently. Like I said, according to the Give and Go podcast. I just think it's very simple play story. The the only CONCACAF team that makes it out of the group is the U.S. and Europe. Ooh, okay. So ATL guy says that the only okay. All right, you know what? Well, I can agree with that because we'll see in a second. But in Group C, I think this is a very, very, very good test for the United States in the sense that we'll be able to play Uruguay. That's a very, very good team. That's a good test for us. And of course, we have what's also a test is playing Panama and Bolivia, and here's why. If we overlook Panama and Bolivia, right? Bolivia less so because I think we can. I think everyone knows here from here to fucking Florida. Everyone knows we're gonna be favorites over Bolivia. We're at home. We should pounce Bolivia. We should beat them. Not 4-0, not like nothing like that, but we should probably beat them 2-0, 3-1. We should handle business. But against Panama, you have to go in there ready to play because the Panamanians are not a team to mess with. And I understand it's Panama. You're gonna be asking questions like, "Hold on, Chip, it's Panama. Why the fuck are you saying this?" Well, Panama just beat Costa Rica 6-1, which, if you know, we can't even beat Costa Rica on the road. We have never beaten Los Ticos on the road before, ever, never. And we at home in the 2018 World Cup qualifiers, we lost to Costa Rica at home. As a matter of fact, Des saved our asses in the most previous qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup. Des had to score a screamer, and Way, I believe it was, hit just used all the power he had, and he used his father's power too. He used George Weah's power, Tim Weah's power, all in that shot for it to bounce off the post, off of Navas, and into the back of the net. So it took two, not lucky necessarily, but two very perfect circumstances needed to happen for those goals to happen. And they happened, and we beat them 2-1. Panama did 6-1 on the ass. So we can't overlook Panama. We have to go in there ready to play, and I believe we can get a 2-0, 3-0 victory with that one as well. It is close if we got Paraguay instead of Panama and Canada. Wait, it is close if we got Paraguay instead of Panama and Canada instead of Bolivia. Then that is a group of that. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll get Greg a win 1-0. Oh man. Well, hey, if Greg if Greg loses all 3 games, man, I swear I might actually oh my goodness, I'm gonna enter an insane asylum or some shit. Anyway, if we beat Uruguay, we can pull a major upset. Yeah, nah. Beating Uruguay, and that's what I'm about to get to right now, actually. Beating Uruguay is the game that we're looking for. It'll be the last one of the group, obviously, because we play Panama and Bolivia first. I think we go into that game with 6 points, obviously. And it's a fight to see who gets the better game. Now, obviously, Brazil, we play the runners up or the winners of Group D, depending on where we end up. So it's gonna go a lot into that. And as right now, I'll give you my prediction to Group D in a second. But for Group C, I have Uruguay topping the group, and whether that be because of goal differential, because I have us drawing with Uruguay. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. The way I see things go, the way how US works, I see a draw versus Uruguay. I see a draw versus Uruguay. I see us getting 7 points, and I think Uruguay beats the absolute crap out of Panama and Bolivia, same as we do. So I believe it's going to be. I don't know how it works, but I think Uruguay tops the group. I think we get second, and do I want to top the group? Do I think it's realistic for the United States to top the group? Absolutely. Am I going to cheer for it? Definitely. I'm an American. I'm cheering for the USA all the way. However, in terms of what I think is realistic, as you said here, Jack, I think it's I think it's a 1-1, 0-0 boring ass draw. So I think Uruguay somehow is able to top the group. And yeah, so that's Group C. Now Group D. Listen, guys, I understand that Brazil is currently in a down year. They are not doing that well. They in Copa America qualifiers, I believe they are. Someone can fact check me on this. I'm gonna do my research, guys. I'm doing my research because y'all can get on my case. Y'all cannot get on my case for doing the research. Nah. The hell? What are the standings for? Does anybody know in the chat? Oh, here they are. All right. So Brazil is currently sitting, and I'm going to show the screen because I want to keep the groups up on the screen for y'all. Brazil is sitting at 6th place. I want that to settle in for y'all. Brazil, they have won multiple World Cups. They are powerhouses of the game of football, and they are in 6th place in CONMEBOL qualifiers. If this is the old format, they would. I don't believe they would. Yes, they would be out. They would not qualify if it was the old format, and it would end today. However, thanks to the new format, it's a lot less of a heart attack for them, and for TAC, if you know TAC, Techno Manager TV, they could breathe easier. They can breathe easier now. But despite all of that, despite Brazil being completely dysfunctional as a team, as a squad, I think by then Brazil will get a good manager, because the manager's the big problem. They don't have a manager who's 100% on Brazil, who's focusing on Brazilian football at the moment. So I think they need a good manager, whether that be Ancelotti or whoever. I've definitely butchered that name, but if they're gonna have a good manager. They're gonna have a manager who's gonna focus on Brazil, only Brazil, not another club, just Brazil, Brazil, and Brazil. And they're gonna won't have Neymar back, I don't think, but they'll have Vinicius. You know, who needs Neymar? You have Vinicius, guys. Come on now. But no, all jokes aside, they have good players, good quality players from top to bottom, good depth. It's Brazil. Now the one thing I will say, guys, keep this in mind. Olympics is happening, and we know how Brazil treats the Olympics. So the question is, how many key players does Brazil bring to the Olympics who cannot make Copa America? That is the question. And I believe that will sway how this will turn out. However, I believe thanks to the depth that the Brazil national team has, thanks to how crazy, like the amount of crazy ass talent they have, I'm going to say Group D, Brazil tops the group. I'm going to agree with Floby on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I believe Brazil gets the tops Group D. And, well, of course, that means they have to play the United States with my prediction. But I'll get to that in a second. As for second, I'm going to go quickly on this one because I yapped. I became captain of the world just then about Brazil. I'm going to go ahead and give Paraguay the second spot in that group. I think Paraguay moves on. I think they have certain players that will take them over the edge, over Colombia, Costa Rica, and Honduras. They're sorry teams, sorry nations right now. So I think I'm going to give Paraguay the edge over the other 2 or 3 in this case, I guess. So I think Paraguay gets second in Group C. And here it is. Of course, that means we play Brazil and Uruguay would play Paraguay. Now, here's the thing. We'll have to see where Brazil is at, because if we go into Uruguay 6 points each, we're fighting for first in the group, and we see Brazil as either like completely clinched the first seed or top of the group. Sorry, I'm speaking football. I'm speaking American football terms. My bad. And we have to fight for first because we don't want to play Brazil in the quarterfinals. Then we're going to probably fight Uruguay to the death, and it won't be a boring draw. Or we see Brazil isn't doing that good. They're still having the same issues they used to. They struggled against Colombia and Paraguay, the CONMEBOL teams, and now they're sitting in third. Then maybe we might take it easy. But Personally, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. That's just my prediction off the bat. Of course, we'll worry about the knockout stages once the groups are done, and that will not be until the summer, obviously. But those are my group predictions, as I believe it is way too early to even do the knockout stages, as we'll have to wait until then. A lot can change, a lot of injuries can happen, you know what I'm saying? A lot of circumstances can happen to change even the group stage predictions, but especially for knockout stage predictions, I believe it is very let's call it early for the knockout stages. Group stage, I believe I can make one right now. There's no reason why we shouldn't give every team we face a good fight. No, for sure. I think we have the talent. I think we have the golden generation that's grown, has a World Cup under the belt, and has experience now. They have talent. We're slowly reaching their primes. Get everything we've got, and ironically, fight and win. Just fight and win, guys. Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina, whoever it is, just fight and win. Except for Greg, that's crazy, man. So those are the Copa America things. We talked about the Euros. We talked about Copa America. Now it's time to talk about the. Wait, I don't think this is the golden generation. Hey, Tail God, please let me know. Why don't you think it's the golden generation? I actually want to know, because I've heard you're not the first person to. Because sorry, my bad. So because I think this is only the beginning. Well, okay, of course. If you make the argument that this is not the golden generation for the United States because we will produce more talent to make this one look mediocre and we'll have the talent to be, up there with the big boys, then yes, I think this might not be the golden generation. Matter of fact, in that sense, I hope this isn't the golden generation, just the start of the beginning of us becoming a world power in the soccer in terms of soccer. So I think yes, I hope you're right on that, and I would like to agree. However, as of right now, this is the best team we've ever had, and in terms of just raw talent. So I think it's fair to say that it's fair to call this the gold generation for the United States. There's a kid from Sacramento who's 13 playing pro ball. Is he playing for like a club? Like is he in a club academy playing for like the first team of a UCL team, or is he on the CT or the what's it called, the second team of a MLS club? Like what do you mean by playing pro ball? Because if he's playing for an academy or something like that, I don't know if USL. Okay, so we have a 13-year-old American playing for USL, which of course, if you don't know what that is, United States Soccer League. That is the second. I'm trying to phrase it. The second division, if you want to say that in American soccer. It's not really a second division in the sense that promotion relegation MLS doesn't have that, but it's lower tier to MLS, which is the main league. He is on the A team for USL for Sacramento. Okay, and he's 13. That's good. That's good. And you know what? We need multiple 13-year-olds on a pro team. However, it's obviously USL, and of course, a 13-year-old in USL. I understand USL is USL. It's USL. It's a pro team. So if he can get to an MLS club and start on the A team for when he's 15 for an MLS club, as a 15-year-old, spend a few seasons there and go to Europe when he's 18 and be a starter or off the bench player there, then that would be amazing, man. That's an American that would be on the news everywhere. Alexi Laws would be ranting about him on his podcast. Tack and Pete would be talking about him every single day. That'd be amazing. We don't know until he becomes around 18. That's a good point. Possibly a little older. True, but if he's good at 13, it's kind of nuts. It is still grown men. Yep. No, that's a good point by everybody here. We don't have anybody in Discord right now. However, I am opening up call-in shows on the Discord if anybody would like to join. I'll put the Discord link in the description. Or sorry, in the chat. Freddie Adu was hyped up, and look what happened exactly. Exactly, bro. If I remember correctly, Mans was supposed to be the man was supposed to be the next Pele. He wasn't. So he would be saying we don't need a player like him. That's a good point. That's a hella good point. But opening okay, we got ATL guy in the Discord. We're gonna go ahead and share. We're gonna go ahead and start that real quick. Percent share screen. Alright, what's up, ATL guy?
Hello.
Okay, you can hear me? Alright, what's up, man?
Hello.
Alright, just making sure the stream could hear you. Alright, hey man, what you want to talk about today?
Yeah. I should play it. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this Discord, if you haven't joined it, you can go ahead and join. We have a good community set up. And right here is the this is how we're doing the call-in show for soccer today, because StreamYard decided to be a little bitch today. They didn't want to let me work. But yeah, ATL guy, he's a you know what? Introduce yourself to the stream, ATL guy. Introduce yourself.
I'm the ACL guy. I'm an annoying person. I like sports. There you go.
Yeah, so
There you
so
go.
ATL guy, obviously an Atlanta fan, Atlanta sports fan. You're a baseball fan, right? Yeah, you said that you're like a massive baseball
Yeah,
fan.
nature.
And so what do you? Hey, bro, I have a question for you. So, what are your thoughts on the group? Like, what do you think about Group C? Like, do you think it's obviously I think it's like the obvious stuff, right? But in terms of that Uruguay game, like, what are you looking for, man? What are your thoughts?
Uruguay. Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat them just because of Greg. Just because of Greg, man. I feel like they're gonna take advantage of us, and it'll end up like the Netherlands game.
Or the Germany game?
No, but like you know how like the Netherlands there was that whole week where we were like, oh, this isn't the best Netherlands we've seen. This is all that talk that was happening.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, well, the United States is actually good. They could actually do this. They could actually win. So I'm just worried about that because some people are kind of almost dismissing Uruguay. I mean, we probably should. Because they have world-class players. We don't yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Christian Pulisic's the closest thing, but he's for me, he's in between elite and world-class. He's like right there.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that, because if Greg goes in this game, right, and he starts off with the 4-2-3-1, we're in the cam, and we play like that, then I think we can give Uruguay a tough time, very tough time. But if we go into the second half or start the game completely with a 4-3-3, let me just cross it into Balogun and hope for the best, we're losing this game again. Well, yeah. If he pushes Dest and Robinson, and just makes them be like wingers, not really fullbacks anymore. They're just wingers. Then it's over. It's a recipe for that. We've seen it happen twice now. Uruguay maybe not be as good as Germany or Netherlands, but they certainly have the talent to be able to punish us with transition. And Carter Vickers and Richards, Ream, or whoever the center backs are, they're not going to be able to do everything themselves.
The only thing is though is like with Germany, who's their striker? That guy's nobody.
Yeah.
Like he's probably the worst player on that entire 11. Now you're looking at who Uruguay has. Darwin Núñez.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez is so good.
Yeah.
He will punish you.
Exactly.
And Luis Suarez, yes, he's old as hell, but he's still dangerous. He's still a good player. I mean, he plays in the Brazilian league. So
yeah.
he's still. But
No, if well, he's going to MLS. By the time Copa America
Yeah.
rolls around, he'll be in MLS. And shit, you know what? Even MLS, Suarez is going to be dangerous on the counterattack. And I'm not sure if Bielsa is going to call up Suarez to the lineup, but we'll have to see.
he probably will.
But in terms of Mexico, right? Let's look at Group B. Do you think what are the chances, percentage-wise, in your opinion, that Mexico gets out of that group?
Like, can you pull up the groups again?
So yeah, Mexico's group is Colombia. Is Venezuela, Ecuador, Mexico, and Jamaica.
I feel like they have like a 10% chance. I don't think they have a very good chance.
You think they lose to both CONMEBOL teams?
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance they do.
And then pull off a win against Jamaica or something.
Maybe.
'Cause
Maybe.
yeah.
Depends when Jamaica shows up.
Yeah,
If it's the Jamaica we all think that they should be, then no, they're not winning that game. In fact, if it's the Jamaica that we think, I think they could push for a second spot.
yeah, guys, this
if
could very
everything
well
goes right.
this could very well be a 0-point group. Like Mexico could very well get 0 points. Like we could see Mexico get absolutely thrashed and lose every game. But
I don't know if they'll get thrashed. But
yeah, but
they
in
can
terms of
definitely
like
lose every game.
yeah, in terms of the games, they'll get 0 wins. Lose all 3 games of the group stage. But I think Jamaica has a better chance, depending on who shows up. Obviously, if we get Super Jamaica, then shit, they could top the group.
Yeah, I mean, if Mexico plays how they want to play,
Yeah.
which is don't back down and try to go toe to toe with everybody, then it's gonna be a disaster. But they just accept that they have to sit back. They don't have to play kickball because they do have some good offensive players.
Yeah.
But play on the counterattack. That's the best plan for Mexico. But I doubt they'll do that because their fans will absolutely hate that.
Oh yeah, no, they will. They will, man. They will. But all right. Is there anything else you wanted to say before I let him check in? Is there anything else you wanted to say before I let Jack in? The other one, the other, not you.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming on, ATL guy.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope you're able to stay along. And what should we say? Go Arsenal.
Okay, now you say it. Got it.
Yep. All right. See you, man. Yo, Jack, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Welcome to
Can you hear me?
Yep. We can hear you. Welcome to the President Chip channel, my friends. This is Jack. He is a member of the Discord. Obviously, he's semi-active, but I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man.
All right, I'm Jack, and I'm more or less an avid viewer. I'm not viewer, follower of soccer, whether it's U.S. soccer or it's or it's my club team, Barcelona, or whatever else that there is, you know.
Yeah. And do you have any favorite clubs, like anything specific?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Ooh. Oh
Yeah.
no. Hey, let's not talk about what happened then. Let's just not talk about what happened today then.
Yeah, no.
Fucking yeah, that was
Xavi. Before I say anything else, can I curse? Like,
oh yeah,
go in.
I've been cursing.
Good.
Today. Yeah, you're fine.
Good, because I don't.
Hold on, 1 second. One Valentine, this is not for you. This is soccer, bro. This is not your territory. You can get your if you're here to talk college football, we're not here till the end of the show, man. My bad, bro.
Ooh.
Hey, I appreciate you, little Bill. I appreciate you being a part of that community, but this community for soccer, that's what we're doing today, man. So don't expect no college football talk today. But yeah, anyway, continue, Jack. My bad.
It's all good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Girona just they played us out of the water.
Yeah, 4-2.
4-2. Yeah.
Jesus.
Xavi got outplayed. all our entire team got outplayed, and that's our A team. Most of our A team was. I don't know. It's frustrating.
the Man
It's
City, the
frustrating.
Man City rejects really own La Liga, don't they?
For some reason, maybe I don't know. Maybe Gio can go there.
Go
Nah.
where? Do you think Gio goes to Girona? I don't think so.
Could be. I mean, I remember when was this? 2017. They made it to the I think they made it to the UCL, didn't they?
Who?
You don't know?
No, I'm pretty sure they were second division team.
Or Girona? No. What was the year that they almost made Champions League?
Oh, that must have been 2017 then, yes.
Yeah, like 2018, 2019, some ridiculous year. They almost made the UCL. Was like,
Yeah.
so. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so you agree pretty much with the Group C. We should be able to get out this group easily. Like you're not falling in with the.
Part of me says no. Mainly because of Greg. If there we had any other coach in the US right now, I would say I would be more confident. But with Greg, you just don't fucking know. He's going to make it difficult. Like in the World Cup, we should not have tied against those fucking farmers of the farmers of Wales. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that. And we should not have been so close with Iran. And England, yeah, fine. I'll give Greg England. But the other two, come on. I mean, come on.
Well, realistically, Realistically, if you want to think about that, like that was the easiest group in the World Cup.
It was.
And
so it does,
even with England, because of Gareth Southgate, we should have won that game, man.
We should have, because we had the better shot. Like Pulisic hit the fucking crossbar with his left foot.
Yeah,
man.
We should have definitely won that, and I think we should have won. We should have beat Wales like 3-1 with a competent formation and a good game plan. And Iran, we beat Iran. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess 1-0 is the same as 3-0 in my opinion, but. You struggle in an easy group in the World Cup like that. And listen, if you want to talk about, like, I think Panama and Bolivia are basically the Iran and the Wales of this group, right?
Yeah.
And Uruguay is the England. Well, here's some breaking news for everybody, guys, in case you already didn't know. Bielsa is not Southgate. So we're not going to get a break on the big game like we did against England. And
hell no.
It's going to... Oh, man, I don't trust Greg, bro.
I never have, and I never will. Ever since Jay Berhalter hired him, it's just been a shit show. USSF has been a shit show for many years. And then we've hired Greg, and now we have arguably one of our our most talented team ever.
Yeah.
Under this moron who doesn't know who thinks that it's a club team. He could just go, I'll take a Mbappe, I'll take a Haaland, I'll take those guys, and then we'll make a system with that. No, we don't have that. We have Balligans. We have guys. I'm not trying to make comparisons to Vinicius here with okay. In style, in the way they play, yeah. But Balogun reminds me of a bit of a Vinicius player where he's run, and then he gets past you, he makes the runs, and then he puts in a nice goal.
Yeah.
And I don't think Greg understands that shit.
No, he's a moron. He can't understand basic tactics. That I'm pretty sure Bill Valentine is a hardcore like Southern college football fan, right? He could understand how to do better tactics than Greg.
He probably could. Game recognition is not Greg's strong suit.
No, it's not. Like, it shouldn't take that much, bro, to see that
it doesn't.
Crossing 1,000 times isn't winning you games.
And it doesn't take a lot of fucking brain cells to understand that Miles Robinson is past it. When we have Austin Trusty, who's, he's holding his own in the Premier League. So there's no excuse as to why he's not being called in over Miles fucking Robinson.
Yeah, and the argument and with the fact that oh, Miles could handle himself in the Prem. He's just an
No, he
MLS.
couldn't.
It's like, bro, did you see what Campana did to his ass?
No, he couldn't.
Like people didn't see. Like, I'm an Atlanta United fan. Ask ATL guy. He got owned by MLS strikers, mediocre ones.
Oh yeah.
How is he supposed to do that against imagine what Haaland would do to him.
Dude, he'd rip his ass open.
Imagine what Salah would do to him.
Oh my gosh, I can't he would make him retire. He would have to fake like a knee blowout just so he can get off the field from embarrassment because of how embarrassed he is.
Yeah,
he would be like, fuck.
Yeah, so it's like, listen, CCV,
Yeah.
Richards, Trusty,
Mhm.
and even Reem, who's getting old now, who has been getting old.
Yeah.
They are all 4 better options than Miles at this point.
Exactly.
So
and
there
we
should
even have
be
more.
no reason. Mark McKenzie, that's 5.
Yeah.
There should be
Kenzie.
no reason why I should be seeing Miles Robinson's name at all anymore in the Copa America. Like, unless we need him, right? Because we're going to be sending motherfuckers to the Olympics.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that I think we're good in the Olympics.
Yeah, send
Like,
Miles.
in
Send
terms
Miles. Send Miles to the Olympics.
Send Miles
actually.
there.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to, you could just get Maximilian Dietz. You could get Josh Winder. You can bring Brendan Craig. You can bring Miles Robinson just for the experience.
Yeah,
and
no.
that's your back. That's your 4 center backs. You don't need any more.
Perfect. And then,
So
and
it's
then you
like-
have 4 for Copa America, which 2 of them play in the Prem, 3 of them play in the Prem, and 1 of them plays in Scotland. So
One of them is being converted into a 6.
yeah.
But I mean, we'll
Still
see
the-
what happens with
Hey,
that. Shit.
still the Prem.
No, yeah, and honestly, like I said, what was it, Saturday? Jordan Ayew is a fucking twat for that.
Jordan Ayew.
A 34-year-old striker, when you're 1-0 up, and you're on the verge of, and you're close, and you're in the second half.
Yeah.
You get a first yellow, okay, fine. You do something like you get in the way of the ball, whatever. You're up 1-0. You're trying to shithouse,
Yeah.
but you don't then go and hack a midfielder when he's on his own in his own half and he's not going any fucking where. And that's what lost Crystal Palace the game. I believe if Jordan Ayew doesn't get that red card, Palace don't lose their head, and they probably. I don't think they win, but I do think that the game starts to get more or less. You start to go into the realms of, okay, maybe Palace can pull off this win, or maybe they can get a draw out of it because Liverpool would have to, then go into attack, and then maybe they snatch another goal. But if only he wasn't an idiot.
Yeah,
that.
no, I agree. And I think it is an upside that our defenders play. A lot of our defenders play in the Prem, the hardest league in the world with the best attackers, because they face that every single day. And
They face the elite attackers, not just some Joe Schmo
yeah,
off in the middle of the Netherlands. So,
that's what
I know. The Netherlands is good, but you're not going to get the best of strikers playing against the best of the best defenders. No.
Yeah, and I think that's why we need a right back in the Prem, man. We need to send someone there because right now Dest is in the Netherlands right now, and we have Scally struggling in the Bundesliga.
I always thought Dest could have been Pep's guy.
Really?
I think he fits Pep's system better than he would if say he went to Liverpool. He wouldn't serve that system that well because Liverpool need another more defensive right back.
Yeah.
Because Trent? They're just gonna have another Trent basically if they bring Dest. Whereas if anything, Pep suits his style of play
Yeah.
more than
I just don't think
any.
I just don't think Pep would go interested in.
Oh, no.
Let alone in America.
He's nowhere near the level.
Yeah.
It's just his style of play is more suited towards Pep's game.
Yeah, who knows? Pep could make him into a superstar. Who knows?
Oh yeah, totally. Pep could turn him into the next Messi for all we know. I mean, shit, not the next Messi, but
Yeah.
a good enough player to where he's being talked about by many more people than he is now. I mean, there's still hope. Like, think about it this way: our boys in the Eredivisie, like, mainly the PSV boys, they're still in the UCL, and they're going to be in the UCL in the round of 16 more than likely, unless they fuck it up. I mean, I don't know what exactly would be needed for them to bounce out, but I think they could be in the UCL's round of 16, and it's theirs to lose. So
PSV.
they'll be PSV. It's not like they're gonna just they're not gonna play against the. I don't know who they would play in the round of 16, but it's not like they're gonna play against a real shit team unless they do. I think PSV could easily have if they go and get a center back, they could easily have a season like Ajax did in 2018, 2019, was it? Or 2019, 2020.
It was 2019, 2020, I believe, yes.
Yeah. They could have a season like that where they make it to the semis. I think they'd go all the way with the way they play.
Yeah, well, and of course, they'll have to play the top of their game, play every match, home and away.
Oh yeah,
it's the absolute best possibility, and it's who they get, right? Because of course we know last season we had Inter Milan face some pretty easy teams. I won't lie, man.
Yeah. I mean, they can get bounced by I don't know, like they can get a Man City. Then what happens? So they get bounced. Oh well. Yeah. I wouldn't be too mad as long as they put up a decent game.
Yeah, like if they lose by 2 or 1 on aggregate, then I'm happy.
Which probably won't happen. I mean,
it won't. Man City's not losing.
So for me,
Man City's not only beating you by 1.
No.
BMR, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh, there's BMR.
Yeah, he's here.
I don't know. Or like they get a Bayern Munich, something like that, then they can get fucked.
Hey, but my Borussia Dortmund men are gonna go out there. We're gonna shock the world. No, I'm kidding. We're probably losing the round of 16.
It depends. If Terzic gets fired soon, and a competent manager who knows somewhat how to use the guys that he has comes in, then maybe, just maybe, Dortmund might actually get out of the round of 16. But right now, the way Dortmund are playing,
because like BMR said right now, I don't think Terzic is getting fired. Not only that, not only because of Watzke, but I think you can make an argument for him to stay because of his UCL performances so far. So, and it's not like I understand, like, we're in 5th place right now. We're doing horrible. Like, we should be in the top 4. We're a top 4 Bundesliga team. However, you can also make the argument that it's also just 5th place. It's not like we're in the mid-table team right now. So that would be a disaster. I would probably be throwing things out the window. But first in the group of death, man, no one thought we could do that.
Oh no. And that's what kind of brings me to like the next thing. For me, part of like the only reason I would root against the US or any of the US boys at all is if the coach that they had is just so deplorably bad that we're just like, all right, this guy's to get the fuck out. Because say Terzic didn't make it out of the group before. None of those ones happen. Then he probably gets fired. And say Berhalter doesn't even get out of the group in the Copa, then we're talking about him getting fired. And I weigh us winning the Copa, not winning, but like doing well in the Copa, and Greg getting fired. And it's like it's kind of a toss up between the two, you know?
I would
It's like,
much, yeah.
do I want longevity or do I want short-term success?
Yeah, and short-term success, obviously, for the USSF, it's making it out of the group, and that's not success to me at all.
Yeah.
Losing in the quarterfinals, are
No.
you fucking serious right now? Like,
Losing
come on,
in the
man.
quarterfinals, yeah. If we lose in the quarterfinals and we don't even go out there and fucking fight, like we go out there, we are playing against a shit Brazil side that doesn't have a coach, is just all out of sorts, running like chicken. Their heads are cut off, chickens with their heads cut off. Then it's like us fans will see it, but USSF will be like, "Oh no." They'll be blowing Greg, going, no, he's fine. He's all good. He did well. He did like even Craig Burley, when he was talking shit about USSF. 1 second he's like, oh, he gave Greg a kind of like a compliment in the way he's like, oh, I don't think he did that bad in the World Cup. Yes, he did.
Yeah. They're sucking their dicks. They're sucking their dicks. And if BMR says that we get out of the
They
group,
are.
there's no way Berhalter gets fired. That's true, because if we get out the group,
No, there isn't.
they're going to be like, actually, guys, Greg, he did very good at helping our boys fight through that group stage. And we got to the knockouts, which is happy because we had to face some high-quality competition. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is not what we want. We can't have this with this national team. By the way, Jurgen Klinsmann, it's a disgrace and disgusting that we had a manager take that sorry ass team to the semifinals and losing to Argentina, forced due to some injuries, obviously, or some red cards.
Yeah.
But only losing to the eventual runners up, Argentina. And you sack him like not even a year later. You sacked him for losing
You sacked him.
games against. By the way, hold on. Let me just remind y'all why he got sacked. He lost to Mexico, which at the time Mexico was a very good team, very very good team actually. They went up to Germany in the World Cup, and guess what? We had never beaten Costa Rica before. Never. You never won. And with that star generation, what do you think was going to happen? We lost to Costa Rica, and he gets sacked. So why can't we do the same thing against with Greg Berhalter? Like it's because he sucks their dick. It's simple as that.
Well,
Jurgen didn't.
Yeah, what happened was, Jay Berhalter got into a position of power, kicked out Tab Ramos, and then what do we have now? Oh, well, didn't kick him out. He left, but they kicked him out.
Yeah.
And then he got Greg Hard, and the rest is history. It's basically just a butt fucking of US soccer.
No, it is. And at
the
the end
best generation we've ever had.
At the end of the day,
Thanks.
guys, it's very obvious. Everyone here from here to the moon can see how the corruption in the USSF works, how the nepotism works, how all that shit works, how it's broken, basically the system in general.
Oh yeah.
And we'll just have to see in this couple of anything can happen. It's just the way we've seen things, right? We've seen Greg grow, but we haven't seen him grow significantly. There's nothing telling me that we're not going to see Cross FC. So,
and I don't know. I think Greg is, for me, a while ago, there was a chance for me that Greg would have gotten fired. Would have. He could be fired even if we don't make it out of the round of 16, if we don't make it out of the group stage, or if we do make it out of the group stage and we get our asses handed to us by, I don't know, Venezuela or something. Not Venezuela. Say Ecuador. Not. Who is it?
Bolivia, Uruguay.
No, yeah, not in the knockout phases. Say we get knocked out in the
Brazil.
Yeah. We get our asses kicked 5-0, 6-0. Greg should be gone.
Yeah. No,
There's
Jack, it's no, Greg Berhalter. Who's facing up a really tough team in South America, the second best in the world, or second best in South America. I think that he should be given some grace for that. Like, no. Oh my god.
I'm gonna steal this. He is the winningest coach in U.S. men's national team history. That's their excuse. The winningest coach.
Yeah, guys, we'll never have a coach like this ever again if we fire.
No, bar none. We're gonna have Greg is the best coach in the world. It's just he makes everyone so happy with his system 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, pass, and then cross the ball into an empty box or a box that's basically empty because none of our fucking players are 6'4". You know,
He expects Balogun to be Holland.
I don't know. Maybe he thinks his dick counts as inches. Fuck.
I know.
Extra inches on his frame. I mean, it doesn't, but whatever. Greg's a fucking moron, anyways.
Yeah. You know what, bro?
It's just frustrating.
If we let him be mediocre, man, they'll just keep being hated by us, and eventually everybody will stop watching.
Yeah, and that's what I hope for. If Copa is our test, if Copa is our reference as to where we are by 2026, where we are by 2026, then and we lose badly.
I cannot. Something is telling me, man, we're gonna get grouped. Something just inside me is screaming. Well, I don't think so, right? Like, I don't think so, but something inside is saying, like, you dumbass, we're getting grouped.
And if we get grouped and we lose using BJ's but formation. We use a different formation to what Greg is normally used to. And Greg isn't fired. You know damn fucking well Greg is going to use that as an excuse and say, we didn't play that well, so we're going to go back to this fucking system. Fuck yourself.
If we go BJ Callahan type thing, then we should not get grouped, man. There's no way. There's no way you get grouped using that. Like, using our strengths, you should not get grouped. That would actually be on the players, bro. I'm not blaming Greg for that. That's on the players or something for if that happens.
I honestly think this is kind of unrelated, but it does relate. I think Hudson signed an NDA not to speak to people about what happened at US Soccer with him. I don't think. Damn. No, this is speculative, but I think I think personally for me, it's kind of like a Tab Ramos situation where they were like, "Oh, well, you're doing such good work, but blah blah blah. We're not gonna have you come back. We're axing you."
Yeah,
and. It just that whole saga of Greg before Greg came back, it just stunk of we're gonna assess you, and these are the requirements, these are the tests you're gonna take. Vieira didn't take it. Marsh didn't take it. Hudson probably didn't take it. He said, "All right, fuck off. Why what is this for? Is this just so you can hire Greg back?" That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, well, we're gonna have a bunch of tests. We're gonna have this, and that. We're gonna play checkers, some chess, and we're gonna play. I don't know. We're gonna play a little bit of footy. We're gonna play FIFA, and we're gonna let you play save in career mode. And if you get the one of the worst teams in the UCL to a Champions League final and winning it, then that's how we're going to hire you." That's probably what the fuck they did. And
you know what, bro? I think we'll just keep complaining, bro. We'll just keep saying why. We'll keep preaching the facts, but they won't listen to us. Never will.
No, they won't, because it's too much money and not listening to us.
Yeah. Hey,
there's too much money.
BMR ATL guy and you and I have to go. We have to go start. We have to go start riot insurrection about.
We should.
We're going to Atlanta.
Go to Chicago.
We're going to Atlanta.
Go to Chicago.
Wait,
Atlanta, because that's the new headquarters.
Yeah. We're going to Atlanta, boys. Pack your bags.
I'll be there.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get banned on YouTube.
I go there. I go there frequently enough to where it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Oh,
so
bet. Oh, but yeah, man. Anything else you want to say before because I got to move on to some other topics, man. But hey, Jack,
thank you for hosting.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Of course, like I said, I'm gonna continue a few other topics here. So I'll probably see you in the chat if you stick around. But
All right.
in terms of calling in, I appreciate it, bro. Thank
course.
you. And have yourself a good day, man.
All right. You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the boy Jack. You already know what it is. He's a very good man to talk to. He always brings up good points. He speaks the facts. He is no Greg Berhalter dick writer. He understands everything when it comes to facts. He is facts. He is the embodiment of facts. Let me read these chats real quick because I couldn't read them. The only way Chelsea gets fired is someone buys 51% of the Dortmund shit. Oh my god. Berhalter or Dortmund. In terms of like who I prefer, or like which coach, who has the worst coach? Berhalter. Terzic is still semi decent with his tactics. He just does the wrong tactics. I approve. We get out of the group. There's no way Gerhardt. Yeah, we said that unless Dortmund will see Greg's contract. Oh no, please don't send him to Dortmund, please. That's the last thing we need. I would rather be last so we can have Mourinho for the World Cup. We're not getting Mourinho. If he gets fired, we're probably gonna get Marsh. Berhalter appreciation. Wow, we ain't losing Pamela Bolivia at home. I don't think so either. I think if he puts up the right system, we won't lose to them at home. But hey, you know what? Anything can fucking happen, bro. It can happen. I'm not exactly, the most what's it called? The most confident sometimes. And of course, like I always say in the Discord and I say on here, keep the faith, guys. We got to keep the faith when it comes to certain things, right? We got to cheer for our team. We have to back them up. We have to be able to just no matter how unlikely it looks like we're going to win. We should just support the boys, and that's really hold on one second. Keep the faith in our players. Facts, and that's really my last message here for this soccer stream, guys. Is this? I understand how grim it looks, right? And I understand how unlikely it seems for us to make it out the group, for us to do anything Copa America, for us to even win it when you have Brazil and Argentina. But guess what? Keep the faith. Miracles can happen. All right. So that's all I got to say here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Soccer content we'll be having a lot more often. We'll obviously hopefully get more viewers. Build a community on this channel as Pete and Tech have, and I would like to thank those two personally. I don't want to take part. I want to take over. Oh man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. This is just the beginning. Okay, we're all taking over, guys. We're all just taking over the world. But I appreciate everybody this is the beginning. Give and Go podcast. We're coming for you. But yeah, so if y'all are college football interested, I'll see y'all for the college football live stream in about less than 20 minutes. Otani to the Dodgers. Yeah, I heard about Otani to the Dodgers. Let's change the way the upgrade of American soccer, and then boo. We don't like that shit. All right, guys. I'll see you in 20 minutes for the call-in show for the college football, as we are still in the midst of those days. But yeah, soccer fans, don't worry. We're just starting. Continue building on, and I'll see you all. I think I'll do one on Thursday. Yeah, I'll see you all on Thursday for the next soccer show. And make sure to spread the word in the Discord and to other people to join in and subscribe to President Shit. Thank you for those who have tuned in already. And like I said, we got to keep the hope alive, keep faith alive, ladies and gentlemen. See y'all in 20 minutes. Go USA.